Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship, triple one here. So next month in Forza Horizon 5, once update 40 goes live, the game will officially reach its 3-year anniversary and be entering its 4th year of live service. Now, as far as the entire series goes, unless Playground Games decides to just drop Forza Horizon 6 next month unannounced, which has a precise chance of 0%, a Forza Horizon game going into its 4th year is most certainly uncharted territory, as I'm sure most of you watching know that every previous Forza Horizon title has only ever had a 2 to 3 year lifespan before a new installment gets released. Now, I will be the first to admit, as far as live service goes in an open world racer, despite me not being the biggest fan of any live service model in general, I do believe Playground Games has done a very decent job at growing Horizon 5 and trying to keep the game as fresh as possible. However, after 39 updates, even with numerous new to Forza cars added, whether it's through the festival playlist or a paid DLC car pack, Event Lab 2.0, and a whole bunch of other features added through the game's life, at this point, I don't know what more the developers can do to further keep Forza Horizon 5 alive for more than a year. Now, the reason why I say more than a year is because there are a good amount of players that do believe Forza Horizon 6 will not release next year in 2025, and there are a couple of factors supporting this speculation. One is that Playground Games' other project, Fable, has already announced that it will release next year, and two, Grand Theft Auto 6 is also launching in 2025, and given that the Forza Horizon series, to some degree, is a competitor to GTA, it may not be the wisest decision to release the next Horizon installment alongside with what is certainly the most anticipated game for this decade. While these speculations could end up being true, and perhaps Forza Horizon 5 does still have at least 2 years of life left, for me, I just don't think that is the case. Looking at the current state of Forza Horizon 5, as much as they can introduce new cars and even a new game mode for a monthly update, one of the biggest things holding the game back right now is the map we are driving on. Sure, on paper, the map is the largest it's ever been, but half of it is covered with nothing but grass, with no real roads to drive or even places that you would like to revisit. Yes, I know we can blame the eliminated game mode for the overall design of the map, but driving on these same roads for 3 years, going on to 4, there's really nothing truly exciting anymore. Even the expansions, the Hot Wheels DLC, I gotta be honest, didn't quite capture the same charm as it did with the first Hot Wheels expansion with Horizon 3, and Sierra Nueva, although is a great expansion to the main map of Horizon 5, great design, it's just too small, and given the fact that this model of having one main map and then adding 2 expansions later already began with Forza Horizon 3 in 2016, where the game only lasted 2 years and Horizon 4 lasting 3, there's just no way that the exact same formula used for Horizon 5 can continue in a healthy state beyond 2025. I mean, the game fundamentally just wasn't built to last 5 to 6 years. And then you also got to factor in the festival playlist, where each week you complete races and challenges to unlock an exclusive card that Playground Games simply refused to put in the auto show several months later for whatever reason. The FOMO element ironically shortens the lifespan of the map as it overexposes and oversaturates the activities you do, and multiply that by 160 weeks on this. I mean, Forza Horizon 6 must happen next year, because for Horizon 5 players, especially those who have been here since launch, are ready to begin exploring an entirely new location. Not only that, even though Fable is slated for a 2025 release, it's become quite apparent that there are 2 separate internal studios within Playground Games, one working exclusively on the upcoming Fable, while the other is working on Forza Horizon. I'm sure there are some developers within who are working on both titles simultaneously, but at large there are 2 separate teams within, meaning that there shouldn't be any clashes within release dates between the 2 games. Also, the head of Xbox Game Studios, Matt Booty, stated last year that many big budget Xbox titles will now take 4 to 6 years to make, meaning that the next Forza Horizon game could release any time from late 2025 to 2027. But I highly doubt both Microsoft and Playground Games would want to wait until 2026 or even 2027, as this franchise is literally one of Microsoft's largest money makers. But one of the biggest clues that we will most likely see the next Forza Horizon game for 2025 is the return of the Backstage Pass for Series 39. So for those who are unfamiliar with this returning feature, basically from Series 39 onwards, accumulating 40 points through the weekly festival playlist will no longer grant you a hard to find car that Playground Games decides to offer. Instead, it will now be replaced with a Backstage Pass, which can then be exchanged in the Backstage shop for a hard to find car. However, the Backstage shop will not have every hard to find car available right from the get-go. It will start by offering 6 cars only, and each week 2 more hard to find cars will be added based on the community's vote between 2 sets of cars that Playground Games decides to put up. You can also purchase an additional Backstage Pass from the Forzathon shop per week for 1,000 points. But why is the introduction of the Horizon Backstage so important? Well, it could be a huge indicator that Playground Games is beginning to slow down support for Horizon 5 in order to start prepping for the launch of Horizon 6. For those who remember back in Forza Horizon 4, when the same feature was introduced in Series 28, which was around October of 2020, just over a year later, Forza Horizon 5 was released. So if we follow the exact same time frame, but this time with Forza Horizon 5, we should expect to see an announcement for Forza Horizon 6 at next year's Xbox Showcase event in June, and perhaps during update 48, we might just see the last true monthly update before no additional content gets introduced for Horizon 5. And from Series 39 through to Series 48, we could also see a decline in new to Forza cars being brought in, and perhaps maybe even begin seeing more returning cars from previous titles as filler content. It's a big possibility, even with the new hide and seek game mode recently introduced for Series 38. Remember, Super 7 was announced in Series 30 after the Backstage Pass was introduced in Forza Horizon 4, so don't think just because we recently got a new game mode that automatically means there's no chance of a new Horizon game next year. But what do you guys think? Will we see Forza Horizon 6 in 2025 or not? Share us your thoughts down in the comment section below, as I do read all of your comments, guys. My prediction as of this very moment is yes, based on what I've seen thus far, unless a surprise expansion 3 drops. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And of course, if you guys would like to stay up to date with everything Forza Horizon related, be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.